Hey everyone, welcome back. Hot off the press, we got some ULTY news. Looks like they're trying to restructure ULTY a little bit, which is very interesting. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit, my perspective, and yeah, we'll see if this is the saving grace for ULTY or if this is just another marketing ploy by YieldMax. All right, before we dive in, once again, the disclaimer here, I'm not a financial advisor. Any of the content and opinions I share on here are for educational and entertainment purposes only. Seriously, if you need professional advice, please find it elsewhere. This is just my personal journey, and anything I say should not be taken as advice. So let's dive in. I'll jump back to that page. Sorry. So today, this morning, YieldMax announces strategic updates to ULTY, the YieldMax Ultra Option Income Strategy. Basically, what I gain from this is that they are choosing different stocks or funds to do their strategy against. So where is it here? Adjustments to ULTY's option strategies are being introduced with a goal of managing downside risk more effectively while improving the capture of potential upside gains. Well, that sounds amazing. To accomplish this, the portfolio management team will incorporate selective hedging strategies to reduce the severity of market declines and leverage option strategies that seek to capture more upside during market advances. So, selective hedging strategies. When I hear that, that means that they're probably going to buy puts. If they're long a position, they're going to buy some puts in either that same stock or something that would capitalize on a downturn in the market. So if they have calls, they're expecting it to go up, and if they buy those calls, they're hedging their bet against a big decline in that stock. Anyway, um, again, like I said, I'm no expert, but that's how I read that. Leveraged option strategies that seek to capture more upside. Again, I think they're probably looking for opportunities and picking the right options calls to gain more of the upside. The problem is that if you're selling a call option or whatever it may be. I guess, yeah, you do a covered call strategy, which a lot of these funds do. I'm not sure exactly what ULTY does, but covered call basically means that you own the stock and you're selling a call saying that if it gets to a certain price, you will sell it at that price. Well, if it takes off and jumps 20%, you're only going to get the premium plus the difference in the strike price of that option. So you're not capturing the entire upside of that huge move. So I'm not sure exactly what they're doing there. This seems kind of generic to me. The biggest thing that stuck out to me was here, distribution outlook. With the inclusion of lower volatility names and more protective option positioning, future distribution levels may be somewhat lower than previous levels and less predictable. Um, which is kind of funny because that seems opposite of what they set up here. That they seek to capture more upside during market advances and reduce the severity of market declines. So to me, it seems like they're trying to capture more of the upside. So the distribution, in my opinion, should be higher because of that. But I think what they're saying here is, hey, because of the strategy, the distributions are probably going to be less because they're going to have to hedge their bets against, like I said, the market going up or something like that. They have to protect against that. So that costs money. So that's going to lower than the distribution. Anyway, just interesting that they came out with this. And I know there's been a lot of people bashing ULTY and trying to decide, to stay in or get out or whatever. I don't currently own any ULTY. Is that true? Might own a fraction, a few. No, actually, when they did the split, they cashed me out. So I just got cash for what I had. I had a very small amount, but I did cash out all of my ULTY, so I no longer own it. But anyway, I don't know. What do you think about this news release? Do you think it's anything noteworthy? Do you think they're going to change? Um, Interestingly enough, I was just looking at, I've got SPY here and ULTY over the past month. You can see November was just horrible for ULTY, down 18% almost. Now, since that date, November 20, so it's been about 2 weeks, it has stabilized. Now, again, that's only been 2 weeks, so I don't, I wouldn't say that, oh, wow, this is a turning point for ULTY. However, it's pretty much been a pretty, I mean, even if you go back here to 3 months, sometime in September, which was when I initially bought it, it was actually doing all right back here, back in September of 22. and then basically it fell off a cliff and just kept going down, down, down for about a month, 6 weeks. Just kept going down. They did lose a lot of their assets under management, and obviously the market was going down too. But if you look at the SPY here, it's like, well, the market went down a little bit, or S&P actually went down, but not crazy. So if you see, here the difference on November 20th, you see the S&P is going up pretty much every day, a little bit sideways, a little bit down here. But ULTY is actually doing fairly well too. It went up and then down a little bit, and now it's stuck down here. Versus back here, October 10th, for example, you see the S&P is doing the same thing, going straight up, and ULTY is basically going straight down. So while the S&P is going up, it's going down. Um, which that's part of the reason that I sold it. Just didn't seem like, even when the market was doing okay, it didn't seem like ULTY was sticking with it. So something interesting there. Um, Sorry, I'm getting over a little bit of cold, so I'm a little nasally. Looking at the ULTY, the YieldMax website here, the distributions, I think we need to see a few more of those to see if those have stabilized. Based on what they just said in that news release, I don't know if it's going to stay around this price. My guess is it would probably drop, but I'm not sure. But if you look at their holdings, before they had a lot of quantum computing, a lot of kind of more volatile names, I guess. And now, if you look at their holdings, Palantir, Broadcom, AVGO, PLTR, Quanta Services, not sure what that is. Jabil is a circuit manufacturer, or yeah, some kind of manufacturer. Amazon, Google, Alphabet, Circle, Robinhood. So it is interesting to see. I don't know how often they've ever bought those names. I don't think that they used to buy these companies previously. So it does seem like they are actually attempting to do what they said in their press release. I thought that was really interesting and noteworthy. I'm going to keep this video short, so let me know your thoughts. I'm sure that people have plenty of opinions on ULTY. As do I. It's very interesting right now, and it's a very hot topic. But yeah, let me know what you think down below.